Hi and welcome to the video training of JavaScript. In this video training we will be learning about memory management in JavaScript. Low-level languages like C have manual memory management primitives such as mallocation method and free. In contrast, JavaScript automatically allocates memory when objects are created and frees it when they are not used anymore, that is garbage collection. This automaticity is a potential source of confusion. It can give developers the false impression that they don't need to worry about memory management. Let's look at memory lifecycle. Regardless of the programming language, the memory lifecycle is pretty much always the same. Number one, that is allocation of the memory you need. Second is using the allocated memory, that is read-write operations. The third one is to release the allocated memory when it is not needed anymore. The second part is explicit in all languages. The first and last parts are explicit in low-level languages but are mostly implicit in high-level languages like JavaScript. Allocation in JavaScript. Now let's look at value initialization. In order to not bother the programmer with allocations, JavaScript will automatically allocate memory when values are initially declared. For example, when you are declaring a numeric value like 123 with a variable n, it allocates memory for a number. And when you are allocating a memory for a string like azerty, it allocates memory for a string. Similarly, when you are creating an object O and using A and B as its properties, JavaScript allocates memory for an object and contained values. So like object allocates memory for the array and contained values. Now let's look at this function. Function A, it receives a parameter and returns a plus 2. It allocates a memory for a function which is a callable object. Function expressions also allocate an object for example, some element dot add event listener, click function some element dot style background blue. Now let's look at allocation via function calls. Some function calls result in object allocation. For example, var d equals new date. It allocates a date object. Similarly, if you are creating a DOM element dynamically using JavaScript, for example, document.createElement and passing in div in parentheses, it allocates a DOM element. Some methods allocate new value or object. For example, s is equal to azerty, it allocates a string, and if you are getting the first three characters from that string in a new string s2 is a new string, so new memory is allocated for this string. Since strings are immutable values, JavaScript may decide to not allocate memory but store the 0-3 range. Similarly, if you have an array A, A2 and A3, and in A3 you are concatenating the first array A with second array A2. A new array with 4 elements being the concatenation of A and A2 elements. Now let's look at the garbage collection theory in JavaScript. The general problem of automatically finding whether some memory is not needed anymore is undecidable. As a consequence, garbage collectors implement a restriction of a solution to the general problem. The main concept that garbage collection algorithms rely on is the concept of reference. Within the context of memory management, an object is set to reference another object if the former has access to the latter, either implicitly or explicitly. For instance, a JavaScript object has a reference to its prototype, implicit reference, and to its properties values, explicit reference. So for example, if I pass in z equals null when variable is not usable, set it to null, so it has zero reference to it and it is eligible for garbage collection. This is a very important point. So whenever you are done with any variable, just set it to null. So it is available for garbage collection. Similarly, when you have a function like in this example, I have a function f, and then in this function I have two objects x and y, and then I'm referencing x dot a equals y and y dot a equals x, and then I'm returning the string. So basically, after I have used this function, I just need to type in f parenthesis semicolon. So this makes the reference of object of this function to null. Real life example is Internet Explorer 6 and 7 are known to have reference counting garbage collectors for DOM objects. Cycles are a common mistakes that can generate memory leaks. For example, you define a variable div, and on window.onload function you are creating lots of data with a new array with 10,000 and multiplying it with static, joining with static. This is a real life problem. Thanks for watching this video. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel, TechWeber. Just put an S at the end, TechWebers, so you can easily find it on YouTube. Let's do a little exercise. So if I go to Chrome and let's open the developer tools here, and if I go to console here, and if I type in a equals let's say 2550, so now a have 2550. Once I'm done with a, I should set it to null. So if I type in a, it says null. If I type in b equals to 50 plus a, I get 40. But if I type in a, it's still null. So basically a is eligible for garbage collection, and if I type in b equals to null, it is now available for garbage collection, and the next cycle of the garbage collection will remove it from the allocated memory. This is how garbage collection works and memory management in JavaScript. Thanks again for watching this video.